A 67-year-old civil engineer whose passion for agriculture drove him to dabble in paddy planting for the past 30 years has now embarked on a new project, planting rice on floating platforms. Tam Pak Suew said his method has produced positive results, as he was able to get double the yield of rice grown on the platforms compared to those that were grown on soil.
Initial infrastructure costs of developing the conventional rice farming is quite high, because it needs source of water, it needs the infrastructure for the roots, for the irrigation canal, for the drainage, and of course all these water control structures lah. And at the same time they need maintenance. But in this way the maintenance is very little, and then the initial infrastructure cost is minimum, as long as we find some low-lying area, okay, suitable, then we either build a pond or build a bund to contain the water with about 1.5 meter deep. That's good enough. To me, let's say, instead of developing a new area for the rice farming for the sake of increase the food production, why not we think of alternative way, which is a shortcut, okay, and then also much faster to produce the rice.
Tam, who has a civil engineering degree from University Malaya, said his passion for paddy cultivation started when he met his wife, who is from Sekinchan, which is famous for its highest paddy fields achieved in the country.
So of course that time they are using a conventional method. So in the sense, that's why I said, if we can commercialize it, I think that will be good lah. Of course, there are so many factors that we have to consider. First of all, land availability, okay, the cost of development and infrastructure, because all the rice fields in Malaysia are developed by government. If you want to do it commercially, so you have to start with everything on your own, then it will be very tough.
He says with his platform method, he was able to do 3 times planting and harvesting annually, and the yield was also much higher. His floating paddy platform is similar to cultivating fish in cages on a floating platform. Each platform is filled with high-quality soil and planted with about 550 rice seedlings, and the soil is constantly moist, and this helps promote the plant growth. Tam, who is the founder of Koref Desaru Leisure Farm Sendirian Berhad in Desaru, said that presently he has about 19 platforms in his pond, which were all planted with Malaysian Agricultural Research and Development Institute rice variety.
Actually, it can be any type of grain also can. But the thing is that most importantly, of course, the type of grain that, first of all, whether it can marketable, good market price or not. So of course, the most convenient one that we just adopt our current muddy, bread variety lah. Of course, there can be many other variety as well, from any other country also can. But most importantly is that they must be, economically adopted to the condition.
He also plans to try with other varieties, including red and black glutinous rice. Growing up in an estate with 8 other siblings, he has been tapping rubber since he was 9 years old and is the only graduate in the family.
We have to work and feed ourselves in the sense. So there's so many, you see. And then luckily that also, fortunately in the sense that so I was the one that able to make it to the university.
Tam's first foray into paddy was in his early 30s, when he was asked to rehabilitate, including doing land clearing works and irrigation infrastructure for a 607-hectare rice field in Kuala Rompin in Pahang in 1992.
So after I've been there for almost 6 years, so in 1998, then we moved to Kahang, small rice irrigation area. Then we rehabilitated there about 300 acres of the land area there.
Tam hopes the government would help fund his floating platform technique, as it could be a pilot project.
Actually, to me, if our governments can adopt a brief and new way approach I think there's a fantastic hope in the sense, because we got sunlight, we got water. In fact, we got low-lying area. Just a matter that government have allocation to develop this thing, so it will be surely successful.
Tam says he is willing to collaborate with local farmers, especially the young, wanting to try out planting rice via floating platforms.